a shitty way to start a race. 10-mile stretch, unplanned mentally. I don't know where water keeps coming from on this thing. I'll wring it out, it just keeps coming. Ran out of water 2 miles before aid station. I stopped sweating, so dehydrated. Hey, this is a 35, 40-mile field, not an 18-mile field. This is not good. Like, if I take a deep breath, there's pressure everywhere inside. How do we get through those changes, like mentally? That's it. I guess I just have to have some grit and keep pushing forward. Let's see, let's dive back to where I want to start. I'll tell you from the very beginning. So I remember my first taste of alcohol was, I was 9 years old. Family was having a gathering or whatever, and my dad wanted me to get him a beer. I pretended to open it, and he's like, "Nah, man, go ahead and open it." So I opened it, took a drink of it, and there's no word that can truly express the euphoric feeling that took over my body when I took that first drink. And I realized that feeling covered up a lot of things that I was struggling with. Gets me every time. So yeah, I latched onto it. I think when I was like 15 or 16, I truly started diving into it. Didn't realize how much of an addiction it was because it covered up a lot of pain. If you do your research on endurance athletes, the majority of those people have addictive personalities. And you'll see a lot of folks who are in recovery find themselves in ultras or endurance running. It's that feeling of accomplishment when that's done. If you were able to get through that, then this pales in comparison to... I feel great, man. Feel good, focused, ready. I mean, honestly, there's nothing I can do now, all right? Except do it. It's easy for us as people to find excuses. Father being an alcoholic, I was already predisposed to it, right? So my environment of being in the military, everybody does it. So I had all these outs, but I never truly had the maturity to understand that they were just outs, they were just excuses. No, I don't need it. I was gonna go through it, but you said there's nothing significant? And it was probably mid-30s, I was helping a younger Marine through his process. And then it just hit me one day that maybe I needed to talk to his sponsor, not for him, but for me. And I decided to turn my life around. Having the struggles with addiction throughout my life surface when I'm running, but it's more of a motivator. Like if I can get through that, I can get through anything. We're here now. Time to commit.
Hey man, how are you?
Hey, good, how are you?
Nice
Josh,
to meet you.
pleasure to meet you, yeah.
The team knows the 12th Street location that we have is closed now.
Okay, no, not aware.
So that's where they're going to meet you before you go over the 7-mile bridge.
I'm Josh Fisher, running down here in Key West. It's the race, the Keys 100, but I'm running the 50-mile version of that race, so Keys 150 miler.
When I was young, my daddy said, gotta keep one eye.
Be adaptable, be agile. Don't fall in love with your plan.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Already starting out with a little bit of adversity. They took that first aid station out, so now I have to do a 10-mile run to my first aid station. Woo, hey, what's up? I'm out of water, been out of water for like 2.5 miles. All right, heart rate greater than 170. Okay. No restroom.
No restroom?
Nope, not sweating anymore.
Okay. Target time to be here was 11:21. You came in 11:19.
Woo, all right. How you guys doing?
Lovely.
Good. I was just saying to myself back there, it's like that 10 miles got to me because it wasn't part of my pre-race plan. So it's like I had to adjust to it. How do we get through those changes, like mentally? I'm hurting.
Yep. How you feeling?
4, 3.
Where are you hurting?
Just energy. I can't drink water right now. Nothing's going down.
So only 2.8 on the next one. So let's break everything down, pack it back up.
Thinking about calling it, man. Nothing's working on me right now. I can't run. And I'm not even at the halfway point. How did 2.8 turn into 4?
We fucked up. We won't make you do another 4.5. So we'll chop it up. 2-mile increments. Not give it up now.
I don't think it's gonna get much better.
No, it's gonna be brutal the rest of the way.
Hey, the good thing about having the brakes, still I start cramping and then the brake shows up. It's mile 28 and a half. I'm hurting. Yeah, it's a tough one. Heat's getting me.
Till the sun goes down. You can outrun the devil, but you ain't gonna outrun me.
I literally can't breathe. I cannot take a breath.
All right, just let's walk slow.
I can't breathe.
I knew it was going to be hot. I knew it was going to be humid. And I knew that was going to take a lot of people out. What surprised me was how quickly I was defeated. Nutrients, hydration, everything. By mile 18, I was done.
Like all inside feels like if I take a deep breath, there's pressure everywhere inside.
I go into it with the expectation that I'm going to at least finish, right?
I've seen him run, 20 miles in a few hours without any kind of hesitation, no issues, no gaps in his times. Being able to breathe and having that pain is different than leg pain or fatigue or mental exhaustion. It's a completely different thing. So I know he's disappointed, but he's still accomplished something that the majority of the people on the planet aren't doing, and he'll be back.
Having a plan is great, but then understand that just because you plan something, it's going to go that way.
Like the last minute changes definitely had a mental impact on him.
How quickly are you able to make those decisions to get back on track?
I'm gonna have to call it a lesson learned.
It's important to surround yourself by a good team that brings value, but just because that person is there and they're the ones in charge doesn't mean that they have all the answers.
I asked you what happened. You said we fucked up. I moved on. You didn't make any excuses. You took accountability. I move on.
I mean, shit, he's an inspiration. To be in your 40s and to come out here and compete and run and do this type of thing, it's just insane to me and an absolute inspiration and honored to be part of it and be his friend and be here for him.
You don't have to always present yourself 100% polished. Right? We're human. It's learning from your failures and just making positive change to not make those same mistakes again. And the reality is that's leadership.
Looks like your average boys trip to the beach.
Average boys trip to the beach. That's what I said.
Oh, is it? I'm
Nope.
sorry.
No, I said 384.
Okay. I was just like, wait, I'm hearing things already. And
Nope,
just
it's
started
me.
today.
Thanks for being here this morning, ladies. I don't know where water keeps coming from on this thing. I'll wring it out and it just keeps coming. It's like we should send this to places who need water. Still should be some on there.
Your face has color back in it, everything, man. You look good.
Yeah, you're not as pale as my chest anymore.
Yeah.
That's just red now. You might want to put some.
Putting sunscreen on this whole time.
If you could get to a 4, we'd all be impressed.
I'll just say 4 next time then. So definitely not finishing within 2 hours, okay? Noted. What is this dude behind me still? I caught my death on camera, man.
That's what you brought me here for, right?